Okay, once again, good morning, everyone, especially to our dear senior high school teachers in Carmen District, and also to our selected guests, like the school heads who are assigned to answer the questions later, and also to our dear education program supervisor, if you are watching now, Dr. Grace Daclan. And also to Sir Nolity De Felipe, our public schools district supervisor as well. So it's another day of learning and teaching. I hope you are all set and ready for another set of simulators who will have the return simulation or return demo for this morning. So are you guys ready? So before anything else, let me read to you some of our shout outs from our dear senior high school teachers. Okay, from Ma'am Helen Camacho, good morning sa lahat. Another day of our learning journey. God bless everyone indeed. From Sir Jaime Alegado, magandang morning po, Carmen. To God be the glory. Mabuhay ang Carmen District Teachers from Carmen National High School. And then, from Ma'am Rosemary Robles, good morning po sa lahat from Tubod National High School. And from Ma'am Marilyn Esmalia, gandang buhay everyone from Carmen National High School. So I guess, wala na. So let me remind everyone to please don't forget yung attendance link po natin. I guess it's not yet open, but just take a screenshot of that attendance link and later it will be opened in the middle of the session or maybe after the first simulator will present. So please take note of that. You may take a screenshot or picture or scan the QR code. Okay, by the way, I am still your host again for this teacher simulation on learning management system, Michelle Gilaran from Bintas Sabarat Elementary School. So, let me introduce also to you our batch of simulators for this morning. So, meron pong maliit lang na pagbabago because unlike before or unlike yesterday, di ba yung after the first simulation, then there will be question and answer. So for today, we will present first all the simulations, the 3 simulations, and then after that, we are going to ask them about their simulation after na po sa ikatlong presenter. Okay, so here are our return demonstrators for this day. Okay, we have our first simulator, teacher 1 from La Paz National High School, Ma'am Zerlyn A. Gonzalo. And then next, our second simulator for this morning is a master teacher 2 from Tubod National High School, Ma'am Venus S. Kabakan. And then our third simulator for this morning, teacher 3 from Anibongan National High School, Sir Aris A. Gamino. I guess that's our simulators for this morning. So, our dear senior high school teachers, please be prepared. The same pa rin yung mga mag-evaluate or mag-answer ng mga questions natin ngayon. The Principal 4 of Carmen National High School, Dr. Lordeline Buyo, and also the Principal of... Okay, our next is Sir Abelardo Cardinal, and of course, Principal from Tubod National High School, and Sir Ray Malubay, Principal of La Paz National High School. So I guess we are all set, and let me welcome on screen our first simulator for today is from La Paz National High School. Ma'am Zerlyn A. Teacher 1 from La Paz National High School, Ma'am Zerlyn A. Gonzalo, subject taught general mathematics, probability, and statistics. She finished her Bachelor of Science in Education, major in math. So let's watch this.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, ma'am.
How are you,
Fine.
Janice?
I'm doing
Glad
good,
to hear
ma'am.
that. That's good. So this time, I would like you to open your earning management system account. And share it with me. Are you already enrolled to our general mathematics for grade 11 course?
Yes, ma'am. I already enrolled last week po. And thank you for the video tutorials on how to enroll and manipulate elements. Google Meet and StreamYard. So thank you for sharing it to our GC, ma'am.
You're very welcome, Janine. So shall we proceed? Share now your screen.
Yes, ma'am. First po, I search it at the Google. The LMS that go that page. And then lumabas yung Department of Education. So I click it. Tapos I open my account po. Then the site home may lumabas sa mga ng mga divisions. So I click the Davao del Norte and then the Carmen and then after that the school, the La Paz National High School. After that, I click again the I click the course, our course in Math 11.
Okay, that's good, no? Naalam na natin kung paano. At least may natutunan kayo sa tutorial na naibigay sa inyo. Okay, I would like to remind you, actually, is na stay calm lang tayo ha, act as ano lang, normal. Baka kasi hindi na tayo normal kasi sabi nga na new normal ngayon. Okay? Just always stay calm. Enjoy the learning management system. And always think that I am here to guide you. By the way, I would like to inform you that our learning management system is designed, no? Pinisenyo ko yan ang aking course na makakaya lang ng estudyante kahit na wala si teacher. So I will act now as your facilitator. Okay? So take note of the announcement. Have you seen the announcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Mention yung aking Facebook account, email address, at contact number. You may reach in that information. Okay? Pili ka lang dyan kung saan mo ako pwede ma-reach. So let's have our lesson 1 function. Scroll down, please. We have there videos. I would like you to watch all the videos and answer all the different challenges, okay? Like quizzes, activities. So first, click the video, my own video.
Okay, this one, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Janice. General mathematics. First video. Lesson. Lesson 1. Functions. This day will be a full of learning day. For you, will be able to represent real-life situations using functions, including piecewise functions. Our lesson outline. First, we're going to review functions and relations, as well as, second, the vertical line test. And the third is representation of real-life situations using functions, including piecewise functions. Are you ready? Ready.
I'm done watching, ma'am.
Thank you for playing. Let's go to our vocabulary. You may read the description and click the vocabulary link. Have you seen a test?
Yes, ma'am.
Yan. Okay, you need to drop the term to its corresponding meaning or definition. Take note that kailangan masagutan mo muna ang 5 items bago i-click yung check button. Okay? May
Okay. Is it?
Sure ka na ba sa sagot? Wow.
Oh no!
Ano yun? Oh no, hindi pa nawa. No, pero okay lang. ibaba. Scroll down. Okay, scroll down again. We're done with that. Okay, we're done. So let's have the developmental activities. In order for us to answer the questions kanina, kung bakit kaya function? What is really function? So let us watch the video. You may click the first video. Yan. Pwede rin lakihan natin.
Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to Math Antics. In this Algebra Basics lesson, we're going to learn about functions. Outside of the realm of math, the word function simply refers to what something does. But in math, the word function has a more specific meaning. In math, a function is basically something that relates or connects one set to another set in a particular way. A set is just a group or collection of things.
Janice,
Often it's a collection of numbers.
play the video in a full
A
screen?
set could be a collection of other things like letters,
Ma'am?
names, or just about anything.
Would you mind to play the video in a full screen?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay po.
Sets are sometimes shown visually like this, but more often you'll see sets written using a common math notation where some or all of the members of the set are put inside curly brackets with commas between them like this. A set can have a finite or an infinite number of elements. For example, a set containing all the letters of the alphabet has only 26 elements, while a set of all integers has an infinite number of elements. Okay, so a set is just a collection of things, and a function relates one set to another. But how exactly does it do that? Well, to understand how functions work, it will help if we start by naming the two sets, the input set and the output set. A function is something that takes each value from an input set and relates it or maps it to a value in an output set. And you'll often hear these input and output sets referred to by special math names. The input set is usually called the domain, and the output set is usually called the range. And it's really common to see some or all of a function's inputs and outputs listed in what we call a function table. A function table normally has two columns, one on the left for the input values and one on the right for the corresponding output values. The function itself is often written above the function table and in the form of some sort of mathematical rule or procedure. For example, let's say that the input set of a function is a list of common polygon names like triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, and octagon. The function itself could be a simple rule that says output the number of sides. That means if we input triangle into the function, the output will be 3. And if we input square, the output will be 4. If we input pentagon, the output will be 5, and so on. So this function simply relates the name of a polygon to its number of sides. That's cool, but most of the functions that you'll encounter in algebra will be a little more abstract than that. They'll usually just relate one variable to another variable in the form of an equation, like this one, y equals 2x. In this equation, if we treat x as the set of numbers that we can input, the domain, and y as the set of numbers that we get as outputs, the range, what we have is a very simple algebraic function. And just like the polygon example, we can make a function table to show some of the possible input-output combinations. For this function, we could choose any number at all for the value of x. But to keep things simple, let's just try inputting 1, 2, and 3 as values of x and see what outputs we get for our table. If we input the value 1, in other words, if we substitute the value 1 for the x in our equation, then we get y equals 2 times 1, which simplifies to y equals 2. And since y is our output variable, we put a 2 in the output column. Next, if we input the value 2 into our function, we get y equals 2 times 2, which means y equals 4. So the output value is 4. And last, if we input the value 3 into our function, we get y equals 2 times 3, which means y equals 6. So the output value is 6. See the pattern? For each input value, the output value is twice as big, which is what we would expect because the original equation says that y, the output, is equal to 2 times x, the input. Okay, so we've seen some examples of functions that relate inputs to outputs. But there's an important limitation about functions that we need to know. To understand what that limitation is, let's try to make a function table for the equation y squared equals x. Again, the x variable in this equation will be our set of inputs, and the y variable will be our set of outputs. Since y is our output variable, it will help if we first solve this equation for y. And we do that by taking the square root of both sides. But because of negative numbers, we need to take both the positive and negative root of x, since there are two possible solutions to our equation. But won't that mess up our function table? If we input an x value of 4, the positive or principal root would be 2. We also have the negative root as a solution. If x equals 4, then y equals 2 and y equals negative 2 are both possible solutions to the equation y squared equals x. So in this case, for each value of x that we input into the equation, we'll get 2 values of y as outputs. Can a function do that? Upon review, the equation gave 2 outputs for a single input, therefore it's ruled not a function. You see, functions aren't allowed to have what we call one-to-many relations, where one particular input value could result in many different output values. One-to-many relations certainly do exist, as we can see from this example, but we don't call them functions. For something to be called a function, it has to produce only one output value for each input value. So a function doesn't just relate a set of inputs to a set of outputs. A function relates a member of an input set to exactly one member of an output set. The equation y equals 2x qualifies as a function because no matter what number you put in, you'll always get just one number as an output. But the equation y squared equals x does not qualify as a function because a single input can produce more than one output. Let's look at another simple algebraic equation to see if it's a function. Y equals x plus 1. Again, the x values will be inputs, the domain, and the y values will be the outputs, the range. Let's quickly generate a function table for a few possible input values, like the integers -3 through +3. If you watched our last video about graphing on the coordinate plane, you may notice that each row of this function table is basically just an ordered pair. It's an x value followed by a y value. We could even rewrite all the inputs and outputs in ordered pair form if we wanted to. And that means you can also graph all of these pairs of inputs and outputs on the coordinate plane. You can graph a function. Here are the points from our function table plotted on the coordinate plane. And here's the resulting graph we get if we connect those points. It forms a straight line, and it's an example of what is called a linear function. In algebra, there are lots of different kinds of functions that have interesting graphs. Quadratic functions, cubic functions, trig functions, and many more. These graphs may look like just a bunch of squiggly lines, but they're all functions. And we can tell they're functions just by looking at their graphs because they all pass the vertical line test. Remember how functions aren't allowed to have more than one output value for a particular input value? Well, the vertical line test helps us see if a graph has any of those one-to-many relations that would disqualify it as a function. Here's how it works. Imagine that a vertical line is drawn on the same coordinate plane as the graph that you want to test. Then imagine moving that vertical line left and right across the domain, paying close attention to the point where the vertical line intersects with the graph. If that vertical line only intersects the graph at exactly one point for every possible value of x in the domain, then that means that there's only one output value for each input value. There's only one y value for each x value, so the graph qualifies as a function. Okay, so all of these graphs pass the vertical line test and are functions, but what's an example of a graph that doesn't pass the vertical line test? Well, here's one. It's the graph of our equation, y squared equals x. The domain of this equation doesn't include any negative input values. So there's some places where a vertical line wouldn't intersect the graph at all, and that's okay. And there's one place where the vertical line would intersect the graph at just one point, which is also okay. But as we move to the right on the x-axis, you can see that a vertical line is now intersecting the curve in two places. That means this equation is giving us two possible outputs for some of its inputs, which means that it's not considered a function. Okay, now before we wrap up, we need to talk briefly about some common function notation that can be pretty confusing the first time you see it in math books. So far, we've been writing functions like this, y equals 2x and y equals x plus 1. But you'll often see these exact same functions written like this instead. But why? Why did the variable y get replaced with that f parentheses x thingy? And what does that even mean? Well, it turns out that a really common way to represent a function is this. This notation simply means that a function named f takes an input value named x and gives an output value named y. And you say it like this, a function of x equals y, or f of x equals y for short. The problem with this notation is that you could easily misinterpret it as a variable f being multiplied implicitly by a variable x to give an answer of y, but that's not what this means. In this case, f is not the name of a variable, and it's not being multiplied. Instead, f is the name of a function. It would be a lot more clear if mathematicians just use the entire word function as the name and then use the names input and output instead of x and y. These two notations mean exactly the same thing, but the first one uses an abbreviation for the function name and standard variable names for the input and output. These are the most common names, but you could use others if you wanted to. Okay, so that's the basic notation, but how did the equation get changed to f of x instead of y? Well, it comes from the idea that if two things are equal in math, you can substitute one thing for the other. Since we've agreed on this general notation for a function, f of x equals y, that means that you can use f of x or y interchangeably. Either one can represent the output set of a function. But if they're interchangeable, why would you use the more complicated f of x when you could just use y instead? Well, using f of x highlights the fact that you're dealing with a function with a specific input variable and not just an equation. And it gives us a handy notation for evaluating functions for specific values. For example, you could start off by saying, let the function f of x equal 3x plus 2. Then you could ask someone to evaluate the function for the input value 4 by saying, what is f of 4? That means you'll substitute a 4 in place of any x's that are in the function. For this function, that would mean f of 4 equals 14. And you could do this for other values too. F of 5 equals 17, and f of 6 equals 20. Pretty easy, huh? All right, so that's what functions are in math. They're things that relate an input value to exactly one output value. And the set of all input values is called the domain, while the set of all output values is usually called the range. In algebra, functions typically come in the form of equations that can be graphed on the coordinate plane by treating the input and output values as ordered pairs. Of course, there's a lot more to learn about functions, but this basic introduction should help you get started working with them in algebra. Don't forget to practice using what you've learned in this video by doing some exercises. As always, thanks for watching Math Antics, and I'll see you next time. Learn more at mathantics.com.
Okay, ma'am, I'm done watching.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Not
Meron na
so
ba?
far, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
very good,
Everything is
no?
clear.
Everything is clear. Madali lang intindihin yung video niya, no?
Yes, ma'am, because the video is very comprehensive enough for me.
Okay, correct. Those previous activities are very important for our next activity. Okay? Would you mind to read first the important concepts?
Okay, relations are rules that relate to values, one from a set of inputs and the second from the set of outputs. Okay, functions are rules that relate only one value from the set of outputs to value from the set of inputs. So definition, the domain of a relation is a set of all possible values that the variable x can take.
Okay. So, importante. Those previous activities are very important for the next activity. Do you still remember the set builder notation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, though, alam mo na, i-refresh lang muna natin, no? Before tayo ma-proceed to activity 1. Would you mind to scroll up? Scroll up. We have there a video on set builder notation.
Okay, this
Would you
one,
like to
ma'am.
play? Yes.
Okay.
Again, play the video in a full screen.
Set
Hello, the topic for this video is set builder notation. Set builder notation is a way of writing or describing a set. It includes brackets here at the beginning and end, the letter X by itself, then either a line or a colon, and then whatever the set includes. This is also called the restriction on X. They mean the same thing. What is included in the set. If you were going to read this, you would read it all X such that X is a number less than 10. Here we have two examples of sets written in roster form. This might be a form that you're more familiar with. We're going to write them both in set builder notation. In our first set, these ellipses at the front and back let us know that the set does not have an end. What it does include are all the integers, negative and positive, that are even numbers. When we write this in set builder notation, we're going to put a bracket and write x such that x is the even integers. We write even because we're not including any odd numbers, and integers includes both negative and positive numbers. For our second example, we have numbers that start at 5 and end at 12. We're counting straight through. When we write this set in set builder notation, we're going to use a bracket, then the letter X, such that, and now we're going to describe the beginning and end of this set. Here we can see that X would be numbers greater than 5. And also, we can look at the end of the set and see that X is numbers less than 12. When we look at the set, the 5 and the 12 are included. So we need to use the greater than and less than or equal to signs. That can be a very important part, which can be confusing for many students. If you first write out the beginning and the end number and then add the correct inequality, that may help you from making common mistakes. And then we need to close with another bracket. You might also be given a set written in set builder notation, and you need to either write it in roster form or write out what would be included in the set. So here we have X such that X would be numbers greater than 20 and X would be numbers less than 25. If we were writing this in roster form, we could use the bracket, and then we want numbers greater than 20. But we're not including 20. So 21, 22, 23, and 24. We want numbers that are less than 25, but we're not including the 25. So we would not write it in the roster form. If we were just writing the numbers in this set, we would use the same numbers, but not put any brackets around them. So here we have set builder notation, roster form, and the numbers included in the set. 3 different ways of writing the same numbers. Try these on your own. In the first example, you have set builder notation. See if you can write that set in roster form or just write down the elements that would be in that set. In the next 2 examples, you'll be writing the information into set builder notation. Pause the video, come back when you're ready to check your work. Let's see how you did. In our first example, we want to include numbers between 20 and 25, but we're not including the 20 or the 25, so only 21 through 24. In the second example, you have to figure out the pattern of what's happening with these numbers. Whenever you see 4, 9, 16 in a row like this, you should start thinking about squares or square roots. They are connected, and those should jump out at you as a pattern. So when we're writing this in set builder notation, we want to include X such that X is squared. Any number we put in for X, we would square it, and that's how we would end up with this set of numbers. So you may have to work backwards through a pattern. Watch out for them in your list of numbers. In the third example, we can see here that there's no end to the set in that direction. It does end with -1. It does not go any further because we do not have the ellipse, the 3 dots. There are 2 ways you can write this. With the inequality, x such that x is a number less than 0, or if you're having trouble with the inequalities, or if your teacher would like to see you writing it out in words, you could say x such that x equals numbers less than 0. Set builder notation is a way of writing a set. You will write set builder notation with a bracket, the letter x by itself, then either a line or a colon to separate the restrictions on x. That means this part right here, the description of the numbers that would be included. If you're reading set builder notation out loud, this says all x such that x is a number less than 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're
I'm
done
done
with,
watching, ma'am.
okay, we're done with the set builder notation. So I believe na na-recall na natin yung junior high school lesson natin, no? In function.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let us proceed to our activity. Scroll down, please. Activity 1. Would you mind to read first?
Okay. Identify the domain for each relation using set builder notation. Make a function model out of the given problems.
Okay, let us proceed to activity 1. Click the link. Okay, take the attempt quiz now. It really needs time to answer the problems. Don't worry.
Yes,
the
ma'am. Y is equals to x plus 1. Okay. $100.
Just continue. Okay, are you sure now? If you are sure, then
Submit. Can I submit it, ma'am?
yes, you may.
Oh my.
Okay. Ano yung score natin?
I only got 2 points.
You have 2 points. But don't worry, I will review your answer. Kasi there are
Oh.
inputs there or symbols na iba, no? Baka hindi ma-accept ng LMS.
Mm.
I will review your answer, don't worry. Okay? So you have,
Okay.
ano yung score natin?
Only 2.
Only 2. So let's have further study. Okay? So proceed tayo to the next topic at next part of the lesson. Okay, click that. So I think you should go back to our lesson 1 functions. Okay. Let us proceed to the video, Piecewise functions video.
Piecewise
Okay.
functions as representations of real-life situations. How do you define a piecewise function? According to Oronce 2016, piecewise function is also called compound function. It is a function defined by subfunctions, where each subfunction applies to a certain interval of the main function's domain. Piecewise function is defined by 2 or more equations and by a sequence of intervals. It has different parts of pieces and it works differently for each of the different pieces. The following are examples of piecewise functions. We have A and B. As observed, there are specific intervals in each equation given. The most common example of piecewise function is absolute value function. Some situations can only be described by more than one formula depending on the value of the independent variable. And that is why we use piecewise functions to represent real-life situations. For example, the cost of hiring a catering service to serve food for a party is 150 pesos per head for 20 persons or less, 130 pesos per head for 21 to 50 persons, and 110 pesos per head for 51 to 100 persons. For more than 100 persons, the cost is at 100 pesos per head. Represent the total cost as a piecewise function of the number of attendees of the party. The problem presented 4 specifications as to the cost of the catering service with regards to the number of attendees. First, we have 150 pesos per head for 20 persons or less. Then, we also have 130 pesos per head.
For 21 to 50 persons.
There is also 110 pesos per head and 100 pesos per head. If we are to represent the total cost of the number of attendees using a piecewise function, how many equations are we to write? That is right. There are 4. Now let's try to select those highlighted words earlier, as this will be our guide to represent using a piecewise function. We have 150 pesos, 130 pesos, 110 pesos, and 100 pesos per head. By the way, X represents the number of attendees, while f of X represents the cost of the catering service with respect to the number of attendees. Now, our first equation is 150x if 0 is less than x, less than or equal to 20. It is clearly stated here that you are to pay 150 pesos per head for 20 persons or less. Recall on the use of inequality symbols. X greater than 2 means the solution starts at 3, 4, 5, and so on. X greater than or equal to 2 means the solution set starts at 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Take note that the line here below the inequality symbol tells that the number is included in the solution set.
However, if there is none, then that number isn't included at all. And that is why we use 0 less than x less than or equal to 20. It's because 0 isn't included. You'll not be paying anything if you don't have attendees at all. Second equation is 130x if 21 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 50. Next is 110 pesos per head for 51 to 100 persons. That is why we have 110x if 51 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 100. And finally, it's 100x if x is greater than 100. A simple technique that I can share to you regarding representing piecewise functions is to take a look on the details presented in the problem. I will be sharing another example about piecewise functions in the next video. See you there.
The next two videos are optional. If you already understand piecewise function on the first video, then you may or may not proceed to the second and the third videos. But I highly recommend to watch the two videos.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna watch the video, the second video.
Okay? Just play it.
Good day, everyone. This lesson is actually the second part of my discussion regarding piecewise functions. As I recall, piecewise functions are defined by two or more equations with a specific set of intervals. Below is an example of a piecewise function. As you have observed, there are two equations, and in each equation, there is a specific set of interval. Previously, I have shared to you on how to represent real-life situations using piecewise functions. And today, I'll be sharing another example. You can read the problem on your screen.
Coffee shop charges 20 pesos per hour or a fraction of an hour. For the
Let us
first 2
identify the
hours,
given data in this problem. First, we have
Okay.
20 pesos per hour or a fraction of an hour for the first 2 hours. The second given is an additional 10 pesos per hour for each succeeding hour. Take note that it is specified in the problem to use R of T to represent the computer rental fee. So this is our function, where T is the number of hours you spent on the computer. The question is, how many equations are we to make from the given problem? There are actually two equations. The first equation will represent 20 pesos per hour or a fraction of an hour for the first 2 hours. And the second equation will have to represent this additional 10 pesos per hour for each succeeding hour. Let us have the first given. If you will use 1 hour, of course, you will be charged with 20 pesos. What if it's only 15 minutes? Will it still be 20 pesos?
Yes.
Yes. Still, you will have to pay 20 pesos. It's because it is clearly specified here, or a fraction of an hour. This means to say that whether you use 5 minutes, 10, 15, 30, 45, or even 59 minutes, you will still be charged 20 pesos. A fraction of an hour is just equivalent to 1 hour. Now, for 2 hours, of course, you have to pay 20 pesos times 2 equals 40 pesos. From this illustration, we can therefore write the equation R of t equals 20t if 0 is less than t, less than or equal to 2. In this particular interval, 2 is included. Now, take note of this symbol. This is actually called the ceiling function, and this is applied to t. The ceiling function of a number x gives the smallest integer greater than or equal to x. For example, The ceiling function of quantity 4.1 is just equal to the ceiling function of quantity 4.9, which is equal to 5. Now, in contrast with the ceiling function, we also have this what we call as the flooring function. The flooring function of a number x gives the largest integer less than or equal to x. For example, if we have the flooring function of quantity 4.1, that is equal to the flooring function of quantity 4.9, which is equal to 4. Please do not be confused on the symbols. One thing that you need to remember when it comes to ceiling function, you have to round it up. While for the flooring function, you have to round it down. I hope that it is clear to you. So going back to our problem, we are done with the first equation. Our second equation is like this. In the interval, we use this t greater than 2. It's because more than 2 hours can be written as t greater than 2. While in our equation, we use this 40 plus 10 times quantity t minus 2, where the ceiling function is also applied to quantity t minus 2. Where did we get 40? Our first 2 hours is already 40 pesos. That's why we have here 40. And where do we get 10? It's in the given additional 10 pesos. Then we have t minus 2, where t is the time for more than 2 hours. So for example, if you will use just 30 minutes, what equation will you use? Will it be the first equation or the second equation? 30 minutes is found in this particular set of intervals. So you will use this. And remember, this is the ceiling function. So 30 minutes is actually equal to 1 hour. So of course, you will be paying 20 pesos. Now what about if you will use 3 hours? We use the second equation already. So substituting 3 to t, we have 3 minus 2 is 1. And then 10 times 1 is actually 10, and added to 40, that means you need to pay 50 pesos. What if the user will only use 2 hours and 30 minutes in the computer shop? 2 hours and 30 minutes is found in this particular interval. That's why we use the second equation. So substituting 2 hours and 30 minutes is equivalent to 2.5 hours. 2.5 minus 2 is equal to 0.5. And take note, since this is the ceiling function, 0.5 is equivalent to 1 hour. Simplifying, we have 50 pesos. So whether you use for 3 hours or for 2 hours and 30 minutes, you will have to pay the same amount, which is 50 pesos. Here are some tips that might be helpful for you to represent piecewise functions. See you again in our next discussion. Okay, the next video is an example of real-life situation, again, including piecewise function. To be played in full screen.
created using Powtoon.
So do you have any clarifications regarding piecewise functions?
None so far, ma'am.
If that is so let us proceed to our analysis. Test natin ngayon, no? Kung talaga bang naiintindihan. Okay, click the link if you're done reading.
Some situations. Okay.
Okay, would you mind to scroll down? Yes. We have there two examples. Nauna si example 1, example 2, kesa sa example 1. So, this is in a form of forum discussion. You're going to share your idea on how to solve the problem together with your classmates. Okay? So, to reply to my pinned question or pinned problem, click the link example 2.
This one, ma'am.
Okay. Then, merong bar sa ilalim. Yan. We have there no. That's hindi yan. Would you mind to go back to analysis? Okay, yan. Click the word example 2. Okay. Would you mind to scroll down? Okay, I have there the problem, example 2. I want you to share your idea on how to solve that problem. You can reply, no? We have there reply. Click reply. You can also answer or continue discussing with your classmates by clicking the reply. At the right part, you can see there the word reply. Okay, dyan.
Okay.
Okay, you may click. Okay. Merong box dyan. You can input your answer on the given problem. Kung mahihirapan ka dyan, you can attach your image or answer at the box on the drop. Scroll down. You can do it, Janice. Your classmates will also post their answer. I can monitor your answers, your understanding based on your discussions. So are you done attaching?
Not
If you're
yet,
done
ma'am.
attaching, you may post upload file. Then post it to forum. Let me see. Okay, scroll up. By the way, Janice, balikan natin yung box where you can type your answer. Would you mind to scroll down? Balikan lang muna natin. Okay, yan. Meron tayong arrow dyan. Sa loob ng box, meron tayong arrow sa upper part. Yung merong mga selections dyan, merong mga
This one,
icons.
ma'am?
Yan.
Ito po?
Yes. Would you mind to click it? Yes. Okay, meron pang mga options na lumabas, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, may calculator kang nakikita dyan.
Apo. Ito po.
Okay, click the calculator, please. Yan. That is our equation editor. Okay, as you can see there, meron tayong mga options, di ba, na nakakulay blue. You can click the different symbols. You can explore it. Pero ang mailalagay dyan sa loob ng box ay in word form. Hindi yung total na, hindi yung exactly na symbol na na-click mo. Okay? Sa baba, if we're going to use it, just click the, yan, yung option na nasa baba. Pero if you're not interested then, and if you're satisfied to your attachment, okay na yon. You may close it.
Okay.
You may close the equation editor. Okay, let's have our example number 1. Balikan natin yung analysis number 1. Scroll up. Balik tayo doon sa analysis. Link sa taas.
Saan po, ma'am? Example, reply? Sa reply po?
Diyan sa example. Try to click example.
Example 2.
Kaya anong lumabas? Example 2. Okay. Nakita mo ba si example 1?
Example 1.
Wala.
Yes, ma'am. Ito, ma'am.
Okay, click example 1. Okay, lumabas yung example 1. We have there another problem. Again, share your idea on how to solve that problem. Same process kanina. Okay, you may click reply to the link, to the problem, below the problem.
Example 1. This one is strange.
Umuulan ba dyan sa inyo, Janice?
Yes, ma'am. Napakalakas po. Download.
You can sing while doing it.
Ang hirap naman ito, ma'am.
Kahit gaano kahirap, kailangan ding harapin. You can do it. Just take your time. Actually, kung hindi lang tayo nag-online meet ngayon, you can do it tomorrow or later. Okay, what happened? Okay, post it to the forum. Click post forum.
Done na po, ma'am.
Hindi siya lumabas sa ilalim, no? Okay, I will check her answer later.
Okay.
Okay, shall we proceed to our next activity? Click
Okay,
the
ma'am.
link. Yeah, that's so we have there Q&A. Para Miss Universe lang. Okay, we have 2 questions. What are the questions?
How will you define functions based on your own understanding? Okay, so for me, function is
By the
A
way,
relation.
Shanice,
yes, ma'am.
click the answer. Now, would you mind to scroll up? Yan, at the left side.
Okay. So there is
there.
answer the question.
Yes, click that. Okay? You need to type your answer sa loob ng box.
Oh, okay. This one. Okay, so function is relation. Set of
Pang Miss Math ang sagot, ha?
input.
Would you mind to read your answers after typing?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Essential to.
Talagang merong ganyan, Janice. Kasi if ever nawala ako, you can still answer the questions. Still, I can see your answer. Ang lahat na pagtitiis ay merong magandang bunga. Patience is a virtue.
Okay, so here is my answers, ma'am. For the question number 1, how will you define function based on your own understanding? So my answer is function is a relation from a set of inputs to a set of possible outputs where each input is related to exactly one output.
Okay,
So,
correct.
for the second question, what is the importance of function? So my answer is understanding this behavior is essential to recognizing the variety of input, of outputs, correlations in the real world. Again, all a function does is provide a mathematical way to model or represent a situation where a certain input will give a certain output. That is my answer, ma'am.
Very good. Your answers are correct. Would you mind to click the blue button? I will give your score mamaya, no? So let us proceed to our next part. Click the link below. Okay na yan. Scroll down. We are now in our click attempt quiz now. Okay, next page. Medyo mahirap yung test natin at saka yung pamamaraan natin. Okay, we have the evaluation part. Can you do the quiz again? Scroll down. We're done with the application, so let's have the evaluation. Click the attempt quiz now.
Okay. Squares of science.
I will be the one to check your answer.
Okay.
Don't worry. I can make considerations. Okay. So let's go to our assignment. At the bottom part. Yan. Okay, would you mind to read?
Okay, assignment. Make your own real-life situation word problem showing the use of function, including piecewise function. Number 2, show your solution of the problem. Then add or submit your assignment here on or before August 10, 2020. Okay, note, see the rubrics.
No more questions?
Wala na po, ma'am.
Okay, that's all for this day. So medyo mahirap, but still, na-survive pa rin. Okay, don't worry, Janice. Don't forget to contact me. And I will assure you na nandito lang ako. Okay?
Okay po, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I can do remedials if ever na maliliit talaga ang score. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take your time, take your rest.
Hello, everyone, and that Ma'am Zerlyn Gonzalo, Teacher 1 from La Paz National High School. So, before anything else, let me remind you our morning attendance link for this time is now open. So please do do have your attendance for this morning session. Once again po, open na po yung attendance link natin. So you can now have your attendance for this morning session. Don't forget that. Okay, let's proceed to our next simulation. So our next simulator is coming from a master teacher 2 from Tubod National High School. Let's welcome, okay, and her subject taught is Understanding Culture, Society, and Politics. She finished Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. So let's welcome on screen Ma'am Venus S. Kabakang.
Good morning, students. How are you today?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
We're
morning. So it seems that everyone is doing well. So that's very good to hear. So by the way, I will be your for understanding culture, society, and politics. So to start our lesson proper this morning, may I request Lenny to lead us a prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of God in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father in heaven, we come to you today for our new lesson. Thank you for the opportunity and blessings that we receive. Father God, as we go on to our activity, give us the wisdom to discern in order for us to learn. Forgive us our sins as you forgive us. This we ask through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Lenny. So, to check whether everyone is present, may I see a thumbs up when I call your name? Is that all right? Okay, how about Jaira? Where is Jaira? Okay. Will. Will? Nasaan si Will? It seems na hindi pa nakapasok si Will. How about Hannah? Hannah? Okay. Thank you, Hannah. Marie. Marie. Nasaan si Marie? May I see the face of Marie? Give me a thumbs up, Marie. Okay, very good. Will. Balikan natin si Will. Nasaan si Will? Hi, Will. Okay, very good. Lenny. Lenny, Rose. Rose? And Maridel. Maridel. How about the last but not the least, Mary Grace? Hi, Grace. Okay. So everyone is present today, and that's very good. So this morning, I will be talking, no, as I said kanina, our main topic is about understanding culture, society, and politics. But in particular, I will be discussing biocultural evolution. So, to check if you still have prior knowledge with regards to our topic this morning, kindly go to your LMS, please. Everyone, go to your LMS. And may I request Jaira? Jaira, may I request Jaira to present your screen and read our objectives for this morning. Kindly turn on, okay, yes.
objectives. The learners were able to trace biocultural evolution of human. B. Discuss how modern humans develop culture. C. Write an essay that explains the biological and cultural evolution of modern humans.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Jaira. So our objectives this morning are very simple, and I know that we will accomplish this in less than an hour. So, to start our first activity, we'll have a drill. Again, go to your LMS, click on review. Nakita ng lahat ang review? Click on review. Okay. Then, may I request Hannah? Nasaan si Hannah? May I to show her? Click on review. Click on pick a word activity. Nakita, Hannah? The activity, pick a word. Okay? Sabay-sabay tayong sasagot, ha? Okay. You are going, wait lang Hannah ha, you are going to drag the words to the group of words on the other side and we'll check if you have prior knowledge with regards to this topic. So do it in 1 minute and you start now. Go. Okay? Just drag the words. Alright. Then, second words. And finally. Okay, sabay-sabay. Click on check. Okay, very good, Hannah. Hannah got 3/3. How about others? Marie. Ilan ang score ni Marie?
Ma'am, I haven't opened my LMS yet.
Sige. Okay lang. If you haven't opened your LMS, do not worry since the deadline for all the activities in our LMS still on Friday. Pero syempre, yung nakasagot ngayon, nakasunod talaga, will get an additional points. Okay? So, for this topic, no, to deepen our topic this morning, we will go directly to our main activity. So, our main activity, you can see it still in your LMS. You go to activity. You click on activity. Click on activity. Kindly share your screen, Lenny. Click on activity. And then, read the guide questions below. I mean, on the next slide, please. Lenny? Activity. Next activity. Okay, click on activity. Okay, please read the directions and the guide questions, Lenny. And show us the picture, please. Kindly turn on your microphone. Please turn on your microphone. Your microphone, yes.
Okay. Analyze the picture and answer the guide question. Do it in 5 minutes.
Okay, the picture that is in that activity, as you can see. Okay, nakasunod ba ang lahat? Nakita lahat ang picture? Okay,
Yes,
then, next slide, please. Read the guide questions.
What can you observe in the picture? What questions that come up to your mind based on the picture?
Okay. So, balikan muna natin yung picture. Ibalik sa slide 1. Then, balikan yung mga guide questions. Bibigyan ko kayo ng 2 minuto to analyze the picture. And then, come up with your answer on the 2 questions. Nakita? Okay ba? Marie, okay? Hannah. Got it, Hannah? Okay, so what can you observe in the picture? And what questions that come up to your mind based on the picture? Okay, meron lamang kayong 2 minuto to analyze the picture. Ano nga ba ang nasa larawan na yan? Okay? Tapos na? Kung tapos
Yes,
na,
ma'am.
give me a thumbs up, please. Okay na? Meron ng sagot sa mga katanungan. Okay. So, may I request Mary Grace to share to us your answer, please, on the guide questions with regards to this activity picture analysis. Mary Grace. Let's answer Mary Grace. Yes, Mary Grace, please.
Okay, so based on the picture, so the picture for me states evolution of man.
Yes.
The evolution is a change of characteristics of species through time. So based on also on the picture, we can see that on their hands they have different tools as the evolution process is changing, something like that.
Yes.
So number 2 also, ma'am.
Okay, that's enough for question number 1. How about question number 2? Can you share your answer to us, Rosemary, on question number 2? Rosemary?
Yes, ma'am. For guide questions number 2, what questions come up to your mind based on the picture? So upon looking at the picture, I come up with 2 questions. Number 1 is how the process of changes occur from animal-like to human being, to human-like. Then the second question is, what are the evidences that would support the changes from monkey to a human? Then the third the third question is, when we talk about evolution, can we consider the time of change where the changes occur?
Okay. So, Rosemary came up with 3 questions, no? So, 1, how did evolution occur? And second, what are the evidences daw ng evolution? So, all of those questions ni Rosemary ay masasagot natin later. So, Mary Grace, share to us, no? Based on the picture, the first thing that came up to her mind is evolution. And we'll see later kung evolution nga ba. Okay, so kindly go on to your next activity in your LMS. Please click on analysis. And may I request Will? Nasaan na si Will? May I request Will to share his screen for us, please? Will? Nasaan si Will?
Wait lang po, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yun na
Click
po.
on Will, please, the analysis
Use the
part.
analysis po.
Yes. Okay. So, please read Will, the direction of the activity.
Complete the template below by dragging and dropping the word to its appropriate column.
Okay, so what you are going to do now is to complete the template by dragging and dropping it to the appropriate column that you think. No? So we have 3 columns, the hominids column, biological developments, and cultural developments. Since we are talking about biocultural evolution. Nakuha ba ang direction? Nakuha on how to do it? Any
Yes,
question?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, can you do it in 2 minutes? And start now.
Should I stop sharing po my screen?
Okay. Stop sharing your screen first, then later, you share it. Pag complete na yung answer or template. Okay, do it now. Okay, 1 minute is up. Another minute to complete the template. If you're done, just show me a thumbs up, please. Okay, Rosemary, done. Jaira, are you done? Jaira, tapos na ba? Okay na? Please show me a thumbs up if you're done. Sige, take your time, Jaira. Okay lang. Okay, Mary Grace, done. Lenny, are you done? Lenny? Not yet. Mary Grace. Done? Okay, tapos na si Mary Grace. Will, tapos na? Not yet. Okay. Maridel, tapos na? Not yet. Sige, take your time. Just drag and drop the words. Do not click on yet the check button. Okay na, Grace? Okay, tapos na si Mary Grace. Okay, 1 minute is almost up. Okay. Can we check now? Can I request again Will to share his screen, please? Okay. Share your screen. Sabay-sabay natin i-click on ang check. Wait lang. All right. Okay, everyone's ready? Okay na.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in 1, 2, 3, go. Check.
No.
Okay. So that's okay, no? Anyways, meron pa namang retry dyan. So nakaset ang ating analysis portion ng at least 3 attempts. So after ng 3 attempts, then you will be given a grade for that. So Will can still have 2 attempts for that matter. How about Rosemary? Rosemary, may I see your
Yes,
screen?
ma'am. Ma'am, I'm using phone. I cannot share my screen.
Okay. How about Jaira? May I see your screen, Jaira? Okay, nasaan na si Jaira? Jaira?
Stop sharing muna yung nag-share, teacher.
Sino yung nag-share? Paki-stop. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Will. Sige. Jaira, can we see your screen? Okay. Ang nakuha ni Jaira, 2/8. Same with kay Will, no? You still have 2 attempts. And do not worry, you still have until Friday to do it. Okay, so, sino ba nakakuha ng perfect score? Pakitaas ng kamay. Perfect score that can share. So that magkakaroon ng ideya yung mga kaklase ninyo kung ano ba ang tamang sagot. Sino ang nakakuha ng perfect score? Anybody? Pakitaas ng kamay para mag-share ng screen. Rose, perfect score. Grace, perfect score. But sad to say, hindi sila pwedeng maka-share ng kanilang screen. How about Lenny? Not yet done. How about Maridel? Not yet done. Okay? So, I will share. Yes.
How about this one, ma'am? Naglagay lang this
Okay.
video.
Sige. So, yun. Okay. Thank you, Rosemary. So, nakahanap din ng paraan si Rosemary on how to share her screen. So, under the biological developments, so, mababasa natin, yun yung mga tamang kasagutan. Then, under naman sa cultural, paki-backward ng konti, cultural developments, yun yung mga tamang kasagutan under the four categories of the hominid. Okay, thank you, Rosemary. You can now stop sharing your screen. So at this point, we'll have now the discussion on our main topic, which is the biological and cultural evolution. So please click on the PDF file under analysis. Nakita ninyo, entitled Biological and Cultural Evolution or Biocultural Evolution. Nakita? Can you share your screen, Marie, on the PDF file, please? Marie? Okay, paki-share ng screen on the PDF file, please. Nasaan na si Marie? Nawawala si Marie. Okay, Marie? Pwede? Ma-share ang screen? Paki-turn on ng microphone, please. Okay, nakita na, Marie?
Abstraction po, ma'am. And
Yeah, abstraction. Yan naka-PDF file sa baba nun. Sige, click it on. Okay. Yan. Okay, so our main topic this morning is about biological and cultural evolution. Next slide, please. Then, under that, no, as you can see the picture, yung kanina, no, when you observe in the picture. So, the first thing I know that came up to your mind is evolution. So, when we speak of evolution, it's all about the changes that takes place. So, as you can see in the picture, anong meron sa picture? Marie, kung ikaw ang tatanungin, ano ang nakikita mo sa picture na yan?
different kind of biological evolution po, ma'am. Human life.
Okay, the different kind of biological evolution of human life. From the ape-like up to the modern human being. Okay, next slide please, Marie. So, when we say biological evolution, it refers to the changes, modification, and variations in the genetics and traits of biological populations from one generation to another generation. In short, pag sinabi nating biological evolution, it talks about the physical transformation of modern humans. When we say physical, lahat ng mga attributes or features na pwede nating makita sa ating mga mata. So as we can see doon sa picture, from the way they stand hanggang sa naging isang modern human beings. So of course, when we speak of biological evolution, we cannot depart ourselves from the theory of Charles Darwin. Anybody? May nakaalala pa ba kay Charles Darwin? Anybody from the class? Meron pa bang nakaalala kay Charles Darwin? Sige Marie, lubos-lubusin mo na. Still remember Charles Darwin?
Di po, ma'am.
Wala na, nakalimutan na si Charles Darwin. Of course, if we are to go back to our araling panlipunan, ay syempre, part ng ating pag-aaral si Charles Darwin. He is the proponent of the theory of evolution. Okay, next slide please, Marie. And when we speak naman of the biological evolution, so meron itong 4 categories as you can see sa inyong screen, di ba? The Sahelanthropus, the Ardipithecus, the Australopithecus, and the Homo. And of course, we are the modern human beings are under the Homo species. Okay, next slide please. And so, what is now the relationship of biological and cultural evolution? So cultural evolution naman refers to the changes or development in cultures from a simple form to a more complex form of human culture. So that's cultural evolution. Next slide, please, Marie. So to sum it up, no, societies are said to have evolved as human beings learn to adapt to their environment. In short, biological evolution is greatly related to cultural evolution and vice versa. Okay, nakuha. Naintindihan ang ating main topic for this morning?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so we'll check kung talaga nga bang naintindihan. Click on the application button in your LMS. Click on the application button in your LMS. Please share your screen, Maridel. Maridel? Okay, click on the application button.
Okay.
Share your screen, please. Okay. Direction of the activity. Define me. But this portion, since it is an essay type of quiz sa ating application portion, I will be giving you until 12 midnight mamaya to answer this define me activity. Okay, got it? So meron
Yes,
lamang
ma'am.
dalawang words dyan that you need to define. The biological evolution and what is the cultural evolution. Okay, so we'll go now directly to our evaluation part. Click on the evaluation part. Please share your screen, Jaira. May I see the screen of Jaira? Click on the evaluation part. Stop sharing. Na-stop na, Maridel. Okay? Okay, at this point, you are going to answer true or false. So, directions, basahing mabuti, and type. If the statement is correct, you think na tama ang statement, then you type true. If the statement is incorrect or wrong, then you type false. Nakuha ang instructions. Okay, very good. So, you can now start answering now. You have 1 minute to do it. Just type on the box your answer. Then later, sabay-sabay nating i-check. You can have it in any ways, ha? Naka-caps lock or small letters. Do not worry. That will still be accepted. Okay? If you're done, give me a thumbs up, please. Done, Lenny? Okay. Will, tapos na, Will? Not yet. Rose. Okay. Marie?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay. Not yet. Sige. 1 more minute to do it. Just type the word true or false. Hannah, are you done? Tapos na, Hannah? Not yet. Jaira? Da pa. 1 more minute. Still, this quiz has 3 attempts for you to make it. Okay, 1 minute is up. Sabay-sabay nating i-check. And may I see the screen of may I see the screen of Will? Nasaan si Will? Yes, Will, kindly share your screen. Will? Okay. Please share your screen. Sabay-sabay nating i-click on ang check button. Okay, in 1, 2, 3, check. Okay, so we'll got 3/5. 5. So the correct answer for number 1 is false and the correct answer for number 2 is true. All right. Thank you, Will. You can now stop sharing your screen. So, to sum it up, everyone, may I ask Marie, what have you learned from this lesson today? Marie, kindly turn on your microphone, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you share to us your learnings for this morning?
For this morning activity, I learned the different kind of biological evolution that affects the human development of or the human life. Yun lang po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So this morning, we talk about the biological evolution and how this greatly related to cultural evolution and vice versa. Okay, so for your assignment, for your task at home, please click on assignment button in your LMS. Please read, Maridel, please read, please share your screen and read your task at home. Maridel, okay, turn on your mic. Please read.
Assignment. Direction. Read about society and how society is being organized.
Okay, so in preparation for our next topic, you read about society and how society is being organized. Okay, so that will be your task at home, and I hope that you will do it sincerely in preparation for our next topic. And I hope that you get something from me this morning. So, bye everyone. See you on the next meeting.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay, and that was the return demonstration of Ma'am Venus Kabakang, Master Teacher 2 from Tubod National High School. So once again, Ma'am Venus S. Kabakang, Master Teacher 2 from Tubod National High School. Thank you so much. So okay pa ba kayo dyan, mga kaguro? So now let's proceed to our third simulator. Our third simulator is coming from, is a teacher 3 from Anibungan National High School. So, and I guess so let's watch his return demonstration.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to our scheduled online class. I hope that you are in good condition as of this moment. I am requesting Lisel to please lead us in prayer. Hello, Lisel.
Lord, we offer you divine protection. We would learn how to listen attentively to the inputs of our teacher. May we appreciate his effort in imparting his knowledge to us. Through the same Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Lisel. Before we start, let us be reminded of the following rules to make sure that our class will be in order. In your LMS, please click online class rules. That is at the left side of your monitor. And may I request Rubilin to please read the rules?
Online class rules. Leave the keyboard alone. Dress appropriately. Be aware of your surroundings. Mute your microphone when you're not talking. No food allowed. Stay seated and stay present.
Okay. Thank you very much, Robilin. Let us always remember and follow the rules as we continue in our lesson. I would like to remind also that during our discussion, you may use Filipino to express your views on the matter that we are about to talk. Are you ready? This time, let us read our objectives in this session. Please click the objectives in your LMS. Will you please read our objectives, Noven? Wait, Noven, please unmute your microphone.
Okay, sir, may I read the objectives? At the end of the session, you are expected to first, discuss how to face the challenges during adolescence. Second, clarify and manage the demands of teen years. And last, make affirmations that help you become more lovable and capable as an adolescent. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Noven. Do you have questions? If you have questions, please feel free to comment your questions in our chat box so I can read and answer your questions. Let us proceed. Please click picture with 1,000 words. Again, please click picture with 1,000 words. Look at the picture and then answer the questions in the one dash questions. Again, look at the picture, click picture with 1,000 words. And then after that, I am requesting everyone to please answer one dash questions. I will give you 1 minute to do the activity. Your time starts now. Okay, time is up. Will you please read and answer the questions, Lisel? Hello? Lisel, can you please read the questions and then answer? Okay, may I request, Lisel is out. May I request Robilin to please share your answer?
Sir, based from the picture, about stages, sir.
Okay, very good. How do physical development affect or affected how do the physical development be affected by developmental tasks?
The physical development of a person leads the ability to perform tasks necessary in the period of stages.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rubilin. So that was a great answer. This time, let us go ahead. Please select four picks one word. Please select four picks one word and then answer the questions in two dash questions. Again, select four picks one word and then answer the questions in two dash questions. This is good for 2 minutes. But if you finish early, then let much better. Okay, are all done? Noven, what's the word?
I think, sir, the picture shows about challenges. Am I
Okay,
right?
very good. Very good. How about, can you share your answer, Rubilin, to the
Sir,
question?
about the question, what challenges do you face or encounter as an adolescent, sir?
Yes.
For me, sir, it is about attaining a goal.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for sharing, Rubilin. Our next activity is to listen to the song. Our Listen to the song of my life. That's the title of our activity. In this activity, you will listen to at least one song from the songs listed in the LMS. You can listen by clicking a song and then hitting the play button. Again, just click the song and then hit the play button. And then, after listening, please answer the questions in the let's talk about it. Again, after listening, please answer the questions in the let's talk about it. This is good for 2 minutes. Your time starts now. While doing your activity, I am trying to contact Lisel. You only have 1 minute. Okay, welcome back, Lisel. Hi, Lisel. How are you? Can you hear me, Lisel? Can you hear me, Lisel? Okay, welcome.
Hello, sir. I'm back. I'm sorry, meron. Yes, sir.
Hindi, okay lang yan. Please follow. Andito na kami sa Listen to the Song of My Life. I will repeat the instruction for you. You will be listening one song from the list of songs in the LMS, and then answer the questions in Let's Talk About It. Again, please listen to a song. Just select one song from the list, and then answer the questions in the Let's Talk About It. Do you have question? If none, then you can now proceed. Okay, time is up. Noven, please share your answer.
Okay, sir. So the song that I have listened to is entitled Estudiante Blues. I think that is the first song. So the question is, what are the challenges faced by the young people in the song? So I think parents do not understand their child. Then how do the young people in the song react to the challenges they face? So the child is very indecisive. So they have no freedom in having their own decision. Third question, how do the reactions on the challenges affect them? They become more dependent and it leads to a wrong path. Last question, do you think they do the right decision in dealing with the challenges they face? Why do you say so? I think it depends upon how they express their ideas. So whenever they're happy, then that's good. I think so.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Noven. Before we go deeper, let me ask this question. Why does the government of the Philippines do not allow children below 18 years old to vote during election in a national position? Again, why does the government of the Philippines do not allow children below 18 years old to vote during election in a national position? May I ask, Lisel, can you share your answer? Or will you please share your answer or your views on this? Hi, Lisel.
Yes, sir, because they are too young, sir. And they get too emotional about the things.
Hello? What else?
Because they are not.
Hello? How about Noven? Can you add? Why is it that the government do not allow children below 18 years old to vote during election in a national position? Can you share your views?
I think, sir, they are not mature yet, and maybe their decisions are not reliable yet at their age.
Ah, okay. Thank you very much, Noven. How about you, Rubilin? Do you have something to add?
Sir, because they are still minors, sir, and they cannot perform the task given to them.
Okay, some of the tasks. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let us now relate the activity in our personal life. Please open and answer the questions in Let's Examine Ourselves. By the way, this is good for 2 minutes. If you have question, please comment your questions in our chat box. Okay, time is up. Please share your thoughts, Rubilin.
Sir, for the question, what challenges do you face as an adolescent? Sir, for me, sir, peer pressure. Kasi sir, minsan, yung mga classmate ko may mga cellphone, tapos ako wala. So yun, yun yung mga challenges na nafe-face ko.
Okay, how about the second question? How do you deal with those challenges? Hello, Rubilin? Something wrong with your connection?
Yes, sir.
Second question, please.
Yes, sir. Second question, how do you deal with those challenges Ano, sir? Set positive outlook. Then, what are the things you do to overcome them? Ano,
Yes.
be contented, sir, of what I have.
And last question.
For the last question, how do you consider it as the best way to overcome them? Yes, sir. Because if you will let those others influence you, the more you become unhappy.
Okay, very good.
Thank
To
you, sir.
enlighten us, let us read a passage in your LMS. Please click Let's Reflect. In your LMS, please click Let's Reflect. Will you please read the passage, Noven?
Okay, sir. So let's reflect. So the passage came from the book of James, chapter 1, verses 2 to 4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, no lacking anything. That's sir.
Okay, thank you. Can you share your thoughts on this?
So the passage talks about um, challenges in life. So whatever the challenges we face, let us persevere. Whatever the goal is, so let us go for it. Never say never.
Okay, very good. And thank you for sharing. How about Rubilin? Can you share some other idea?
Yes, sir. For me, sir, do not take trials as burden. Rather,
Wow.
rather accept it as challenge.
Okay, thank you for that, Rubilin. This time, I request everyone to open in your LMS the watch. Again, watch. Play the video and then answer the questions in the sharing. Again, I want you to watch a video in watch, and then answer the questions in the sharing. This is good for 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
soul so weary. When troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence till you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am stormy seas. I am on stormy seas. I am
Okay, let us just finish the video.
You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am up to walk on stormy seas. I am more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Okay, I will give you another time to answer or share your answer in the sharing. Lizelle, are you back? Hello, Lizelle. Please unmute your microphone. Lizelle? Lizelle? Hello? Welcome back once again. Can you please share your answer? Answer to the questions. Hello?
Hello, sir. Sir.
Welcome back once again.
Yes, sir.
Can you please share your answer?
Okay, sir.
Are you
Sir,
okay?
maybe the I. Hello, sir. Ari.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, I think the the video shows that the athlete believes in himself and he continued the race although uh, marami siyang mga experience na hindi niya inakala, but still he continued to stand up and continue the race po, sir. As a teenager po, kailangan po natin.
Hello? Can you please repeat your answer in the second question? Hello? Lisel? Yes, Noven? Do you have something to share?
Sir, may I share my answer?
Yes.
In behalf of Ma'am Lizelle. So I think the video shows an athlete who really don't stop until he gets his goal. So the reason why he continues is that because he's in the midst of fulfilling his dream, and so he did not waste the opportunity in getting that dream. And
okay,
as to relate on that video, so I did face many problems and I did struggle, but I never stopped, or it did not stop me because I am inspired by my family. So I strive and fight for my dreams. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Noven, for that wonderful sharing. We will come back to you, Lisel. How about you, Lisel? Do you have some? Oh, Lisel is out. Okay, I'll just send the activity for Lisel. Okay. This time, since it's almost done, for your final output, make a slogan regarding overcoming challenges. Again, make a slogan regarding overcoming challenges. Then, in your LMS, please open slogan and then post your slogan in there. Again, open slogan in your LMS and then post your slogan in there. Okay. Do you have questions? Just comment in the chat box. There's none.
Questions or no
Lucille
questions?
is out. Okay. Sige. You may now start making your own slogan and then post the in the slogan in the slogan. Time is up. Rubilin, can you please share your slogan?
Sir, the title for my slogan, sir, I don't know if it is correct.
Just share.
Sir, sir, accept challenges, defy obstacles.
Okay.
Yun lang po.
Okay.
Tama,
Thank
sir.
you, Rubilin. How about you? Do you have your slogan also, Noven?
I just take a quote, sir, from the Nebra team, which is never say die.
Okay. Very good. So that concludes our online class today. Thank you for attending. Keep safe. God bless Philippines and God bless us all. You may now end this meeting.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
just send announcement to you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
And that was Sir Aris Gamino, Teacher 3 from Anibungan National High School. So finally, we're all done in our teacher simulation on learning management system. So this time, we're going to invite on screen, live na live po, our 3 simulators for this morning. Okay, let me have on screen our first simulator, Ma'am Zerlyn Gonzalo. And then with us, our second simulator, Ma'am Venus Tabakang. Good morning, ma'am. And then our third simulator, Sir Aris Gamino. Wala pa si Sir Aris. Wala pa siguro si Sir Aris, no? So, good morning, Ma'am Zerlyn, and good morning, Ma'am Venus. How are you? Okay lang kayo?
Okay lang, ma'am. Yes po.
Okay, sige. So, let's proceed now to our question and answer regarding your personal journey in doing the simulation. So, the first question, I know you already have an idea, no? The same yesterday. So, the first question, unahin ko muna si Ma'am Zerlyn, Ma'am Venus. What were your, okay, our first question, what were your preparations, ma'am, before the simulation was done? Ma'am Zerlyn?
First po is nag-share sa akin ng lesson exemplar sample template si Ma'am Marifer Simblante. Kasama ko po sa La Paz National High School. So following the format, yun yung unang ginawa ko. Then, after all, downloading all the materials like the videos, yun na yung nilagay ko sa LMS. And medyo nagkapakapa kasi Ma'am Zerlyn kasi nga hindi pa master and that is new sa akin ang LMS. Though merong mga video last time sa region at saka sa division, but still iba pa rin yung meron kang learning by doing. At saka ibang-iba yung meron kang kasamahan na nandyan lang sa tabi na pwedeng maka-assist. And dahil dyan, nagpapasalamat ako kay Ma'am Marifer as well as kang Sir Charles Cabungar kasi sila yung naging gabay ko sa paggawa ng aking kurso. Then, sa pag-explore ko sa learning management system, so far, since okay naman yung internet connection ko, sa madali lang, pero doon kami nagkaroon ng problema sa recording na para sa presentation natin ngayon. And sa simula talaga, mahirap ang paggawa. Pero nung ma-adapt ko na-accept ko na sa aking mind na talagang kailangan kong adapt talaga. So doon na, nagsunod-sunod na. So sa simula lang, medyo mahirap. Pero kailangan ko pa rin i-explore ang learning management system para mas lalo pang ma-develop yung course ko. Then, isa pa is real talk lang. Real talk. During the preparation, kasi nga kailangan nating mag-record para sa presentation ngayon, isa po na sa struggle na po. Kasi I need to explore kung ano yung gagamitin ko na platform. And kung sa Google Meet kami, hindi ko ma-achieve yung makikita both yung student at saka yung teacher. So we tried the StreamYard. And nakita ko for the first time na meron siyang free recording. So doon, ginamit namin yung free recording sa StreamYard. And kaya lang, maliit yung screen. Kaya nung sa presentation na medyo nahihirapan akong tingnan yung presentation ng estudyante. Mahirap basahin kasi maliit nga yung screen. Pero okay lang, nakasurvive naman. And salamat rin kay Sir Charles again. Putol-putol kasi yung video namin na nagawa, ma'am. Kasi merong mga tendencies na nawawala yung camera ko. Bigla na lang merong black na nag-appear instead ng mukha ko. Then, si Ma'am Janice, nawala bigla. So, balik na naman. Ulit na naman, no? Pero instead na balik kami doon from the start, doon na lang kami nag-start kung saan kami natapos nung nakaraan. Then, talagang hiningi ko ang help ng aking kasamaan na si Sir Charles Tabungar para i-edit yung video kasi sobrang haba talaga. Kung titingnan mo, kung i-review natin yung kanina, sobra oras yung kanina. Yun yung preparation ko. My struggles, pero I learned, no? I learned from the struggles. Sa ano naman, ma'am, anong tawag dito? I would like to say thank you, Di, kay sa amo ang principal, si Sir Reynaldo Malubay, for the opportunity. Kasi nga kung hindi niya binigay sa akin ang task, hindi ko rin ma-experience ito. And marami talaga akong natutunan from this. Thank you rin kay Ma'am Janice for being my partner. Since kahapon, ako yung student niya, siya naman yung student ko kanina. So kami lang, partner-partner. And kahapon sa video niya, hindi narinig yung recording ng video niya. Hindi narinig yung tunog ng video niya, pero meron talagang tunog yun. Sa recording lang, hindi namin na-discover agad na meron palang i-click doon para marinig yung audio ng video. Kaya, nung pagdating sa akin, medyo okay na. Narinig na ang video. Mahaba lang yung LMS course ko kasi nga, ang design ko is asynchronous. Ibig sabihin, kung wala si teacher, sila mismo maka-follow, maka-understand. Kaya kailangan lang na i-plan talaga kung ano yung ilalagay doon sa course. Lahat doon, instruction, mga text, attachment. Kaya nga marami yung videos kanina para mas lalong maintindihan pa ng student. And medyo mahirap yung mga task kasi nga grade 11 yung topic ko and we are developing here their skills. No? So kaya merong reasoning, merong mga problem solving. Pero in real life talaga, it will take time. Pero nakalagay doon sa announcement ko yung mga contact numbers ko, Gmail address ko, yung Facebook account ko para anytime pwede nila akong makontact if they have questions. Tapos, sa announcement, talagang malaki yung tulong ng announcement. And do not forget lang na always contact lang po sa estudyante kapag asynchronous yung course natin. Yan po, I think. Yan lang po. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Zerlene. I guess you answered already all the 3 questions, ma'am. Your challenges, parang meron na yung mga challenges, di ba? And of
Yes,
course, and of course, the performance of your students. You want to add something about what you observe What can you say about the performance of your students? Of your student pala yun, no? Dahil isa lang yun, ma'am, no? Or,
Yes, ma'am. As to my observation, talagang nakikita ko si Ma'am Janice na nahihirapan. Especially kung taking her course, nasanay na siya sa English, sa ibang subject. No? Iba pa rin yung talagang totoong student kasi madaling makarecall yun sa mga junior high school, mga previous lessons niya. And lalong-lalo na yung mga estudyante na marunong na ICT, ang mga course nila sa junior high school, yung sa TLE nila. Mas madali na lang sa kanila mag-explore. Pero still, kailangan pa rin ng guide ng teacher kung paano i-explore ang kurso, ang learning management system. Medyo mahirap po kasi math. Doon kami natagalan sa mga symbols. And natip ko sa kanya para mas madali, i-put na lang sa Microsoft Word and i-copy-paste na lang yung sagot niya. Or kung mahirapan siya doon sa text box, i-attach na lang yung sarili niyang solution, sulat niya sariling kamay, picture na lang niya, tapos i-attach niya doon para yun na lang yung babasihan ko. And doon naman, in every test ko, meron talaga yung mga answers. Pagkatapos ng sagot niya, pag-review noon, lalabas doon yung mga answers. May explanation doon kung bakit ganun yung sagot. Yun po. And ano pa ma'am? Na-realize ko rin na kailangan na meron talagang class record si teacher. Kasi hindi lahat ng nandoon sa LMS ay pwede nating maano, di ba? Meron tayong mga kino-consider. Tapos, hindi naka-follow kung alin doon yung written task. Ikaw yung mag-identify doon, di ba? Kung ilang percent yung written task, performance task. So, kailangan talaga merong class record si teacher.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Zerlene Gonzalo. Okay, we will hear from our second simulator. Hello, Ma'am Venus. Hello, Ma'am. Okay, so let's proceed to our first question, ma'am. What were your preparations, Ma'am Venus, before the simulation was done po? Ang mic ni mo, ma'am. Mic ni mo naka-off. Okay, sige. Go ahead, ma'am. Ma'am Venus, medyo di po namin narinig yung sagot mo. Baka hindi kaya yung volume level or something. Na-on yung mic, no? Yung volume level siguro po. Okay, balikan lang muna natin si Ma'am Venus, no, while trying to fix her microphone or audio. Sige, doon muna tayo kay Sir Aris. Okay, balikan ka lang muna namin, Ma'am Venus, ha? Dito muna tayo kay Sir Aris. Hello, Sir Aris. Sir Aris.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, sir, ikaw muna, sir, kasi meron yatang problem din yung microphone ni ma'am. Ayusin niya muna. Okay, sir, what were your preparations before the simulation was done?
Pinakauna po, ma'am, is yung paghahanap ng mga students. Kaya lang, unfortunately, hindi kami nakahanap, ma'am, kasi yung mga bata walang available internet sa kanilang bahay. So, I decided with the permission from our school head na yung mga students ko na lang for the simulation will be my co-teachers. And then, at saka, marunong na din sila konti ng LMS kaya di na masyadong mahirap. Yan lang po.
Okay, thank you, Sir Aris. How about your challenges, sir? What you encountered during the simulation and how did you cope that challenges?
Yung problem talaga, ma'am, during the simulation was yung internet speed po. Kasi most of kaya din namin na-show lahat ng mga activities dun during the simulations because yung internet kasi po, ma'am, or yung server ng LMS, hindi niya makater lahat siguro. Kaya bad gateway kami palagi during the simulation. At saka paano na-overcome, nag-go lang po kami, ma'am. Actually, may mga yung mga teachers, yung mga kasama ko, mga students, honestly, may copy na rin sila ng lesson plan. Kaya siguro kaya sila nakasagot sa mga questions. Pero naka-open na din, may dry run kasi kami, pero kaya may idea na sila, ma'am, kung ano yung gagawin during the final simulation po.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Aris.
Yan
I
lang
guess we've answered
po, ma'am.
already in your first question din po yung performance ng students, di ba? Parang na-mention mo na yun sa answer mo sa
Yes.
question 1. So, di ko na yun i-repeat, sir. Okay, thank you so much once again, Sir Aris. Now, we will go to Ma'am Venus S. Kabakan. Good morning, ma'am. Okay na po ba? Tingnan natin si Ma'am Venus, no? Wala man siya naka-off, pero hindi lang siya yung gano'n. Hello, ma'am? Sorry, si Ma'am Venus. Okay. Yung speaker siguro niya, no? Or okay na. Go lang po, Ma'am Venus. Kayang-kaya yan. Ganito talaga pag online, no? Expected. Sige. I guess, hindi pa rin natin marinig, no? Ma'am Venus, naka-off yung microphone ng Venus. On and okay, while waiting muna kay Ma'am Venus, let me read some of the shout-outs from your co-senior high school teachers. From Ma'am Marilyn S. Maria, congrats, Ma'am Zorlin. And then another, ayun ka namin, Ma'am Venus. Another shout-out from Ma'am Joycey Embalsado. Go, Ma'am Zorlin and Ma'am Janice. O, ikaw, Sir Aris, meron pa ba mga kasabaan dito? Okay, from Ma'am Marilyn S. Maria again, congrats, Ma'am Venus. Okay, hello, Ma'am Venus. Okay na po yung mic? Parang nahihirapan si Ma'am Venus, no? Sa microphone niya? Or merong problema yung microphone or audio? Ano ba yan? Audio. Okay. Continue natin. From Ma'am Queenie Marie Alas. Go, Sir Aris! Go, Sir, from Ma'am Queenie Marie Alas. Wala pa yung... Kaya, laban lang, senior high school teachers. Okay, from Sir Dante Sarosan. Sarosan. Go, Sir Aris! And... Hello, Ma'am Venus. Okay na po kayo? Okay, turn on your mic po, ma'am. Okay, so I guess meron talagang problema nung sa microphone ni Ma'am Vino. So anyway, I would like I sana naman, ano naman. Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Mag-automatic off daw yung mic niya. Okay, Ma'am Venus. Hello, ma'am? Hello, ma'am? Okay lang po kayo? Hindi pa rin? Hello, ma'am? Ma'am Vino, subukan mo daw tanggalin yung headset mo and then try to, ano ba yun, i-high yung volume. At i-loudspeaker pala, i-loudspeaker, i-high yung volume. I-loudspeaker na. Ma'am Vino, tanggalin mo daw yung headset mo. Subukan mo daw tanggalin yung headset mo. Tapos, and then turn on your mic and then try mo daw magsalita, ma'am. Wala pa din, no? Ay, naka-level pa, naka 100% level pa yung volume, ma'am. I-full blast yung volume, ma'am. Tapos, turn on your mic po. I-turn on niya. Okay, ma'am. Try to speak po. Wala pa rin, no? Okay. Sige, I guess. Okay lang yan. Bino, sige. Anyway, ano ba gagawin? Okay, later na lang po, Ma'am Venus. Baka mauna yan after the open forum kasi magkakaroon pa tayo ng open forum. But the acknowledge, ma'am, thank you so much for being in this live stream, ma'am. No? Your presence. Though, anong gawin natin, hindi talaga ma-on yung mic, no? So, it's okay, ma'am, nakita po kayo na lahat ng mga senior high school teachers. Kaya go lang po. Okay, so anyway, thank you so much, Ma'am Zerlene A. Gonzalo, Ma'am Venus R. Kabakang, and Sir Aris Gamino for sharing your talent and your effort, and also for accepting the challenge of being one of the representatives in doing the return demo. Okay, so God bless po sa inyong lahat and let's keep watching in this live stream po. God bless po. And congratulations po sa inyong lahat. Okay, so now let's go. Let's proceed to our open forum. So let me have on screen once again our selected school heads assigned here. The principal 4 of Carmen National High School, Dr. Lordy Buyo. Next, the principal of Tubod National High School, Mr. Abelardo Cardinal. And the last school head from La Paz National High School, Mr. Ray Malubay. And of course, our education program supervisor from the division of Davao del Norte, Dr. Grace Daclan. Okay, hello ma'am and sir. Good morning po. Okay lang.
Morning, ma'am.
Okay.
Hangin yang net. Hangin kaayo dire.
No, this is really the reality, ma'am, no? And in using this digital or having this internet modality or something, no? This is really the struggle. But go pa rin tayo para sa bata at bayan. Tama po ba? Yes. Okay, so I guess, ma'am, we haven't find some questions here from our dear teachers, but I have a question po for each one of you. What can you say about the return demonstration of each simulator this morning po? So para hindi na po medyo mataas, si Dr. Lordelin po, what can you say about the first simulator po? Si Ma'am Zerlene Gonzalo regarding the return demonstration.
Good morning, and I would like to congratulate everyone, the 3 of them, for taking the challenge to have the demonstration of the LMS. Okay, so I will not just be saying for Ma'am Jerlyn, because one of the observations that I had is taking note that even though this is an online teaching, online platform, we should always to take into our minds that bisan naglingkod lang ta, should always be something happy and jolly para sa atong mga students kay mo reflect jud kung hinay atong boses or whatever din nga murag something giluya pud ta, the reflection or the responses of our students are also something pare-pareho ra. So what I am saying is in all our modalities nga himuon except siguro sa modular, we should always be ready facing our students and be happy having them with us or with you anang orasa or whatever. Kay mga best teachers man ang atong gipili. Kay we always have to give good examples sa ato ang mga teachers pod nga nagminaw lang para pod ila pong makopy what should be copied and what are strategies nga kanang pwede nila po adapt sa ilahang respective stations. Good morning, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Buyo. Choppy pa po ba ako?
Okay lang. Laban lang po.
Laban lang po. Thank you so much, Ma'am Buyo. How about you, Sir Abelardo Cardinal? What can you say about return demonstration, or you want to consider some points regarding to some of the simulators or which can help also sa mga nanunood din na mga senior high school teachers po ngayon.
Good morning to each and everyone. Just like Ma'am Buyo, I will be giving observations generally, in general terms. Now, I would like to cite some good points of the simulators. Although, as I've said yesterday, we are still on the transition period and all of us are being caught flat-footed with this situation. However, good points that I have seen with the simulators is that for every activity, they really give their time limit, which is very important because sometimes, even though we are online, boredom strikes to our students, especially if the activity is not very appealing to them. No? Second, as what Mambu you have said, facial and body gesture is still important. This is still important for the students to really understood what the teacher is trying to convey to them. Then third, being patient. Being patient with the activities, with the presentations given by the teacher. Yun ang magaling na another good point na nakita ko in the return demonstration of the teachers dito sa natin ngayon, sa activity natin. Then third is nandoon talaga yung consideration ni teacher. We know that there are glitches, yung tinatawag natin na technology glitches, no? Sometimes nawawala yung internet connectivity, sometimes si student hindi makapasok sa LMS, hindi makapasok sa online natin, still si teacher is very considerate in attending to such ng estudyante, situation ng estudyante. Kasi mangyayari din minsan yan kay teacher na mawawala, no? Because one of our big factor here is our power supply. Kung biglang nag-brown out sa kay student na side, ayun, mawawala talaga yon. Then, another thing is yung reinforcement activities. Yung reinforcement activities. Magaling kasi nasunod nila yung ibinigay ni Sir Bayani, yung mga examples ni Sir Bayani before, nung first day ng training, it's really na-apply ni teacher in this return demonstration. I think for now that those are my observations, and I would like to the presenters because they have done their best, as well as yung mga estudyante na ginamit nila. They are really doing their best in order to respond to this simulation or return demonstration of teachers. To each and everyone, first the student, congratulations. God bless all of us. Good morning.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Abelardo Cardinal. Thank you so much, sir. So, next, ang ating education program supervisor, Ma'am Grace, Dr. Grace Santa Daclan. Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Good morning. I love Carmen and Senior High. Soar High. Michelle, good morning. Doc Boyo, Sir Abelardo, good morning to everyone. And of course to our PSDS. Sir Noli, congratulations to everyone. This day is for the return demo. And I could say the rest back. Malupit yung rest back ng ating mga simulators. Ang galing. You made my day very productive. First of all, productive because I learned a lot from the lessons. From the financing, business math, to saving, to understanding culture, society, and politics, and to that of the value subject-related matter of Sir Aris Gabino. So to the three simulators, we have Ma'am Zurlin, Ma'am Venus, and Sir Aris Gamino. Congratulations. So I would like to commend the three of you definitely for a job well done. Actually, Venus from Tubod National High School is actually a division writer of our senior high school. She is also an LMS writer along with Aris Gabino, who is also our layout artist and illustrator, and with Journalinda Bugkat from Carmen National High School. So they are all pride of Carmen. So I love Carmen. Ang gagaling. And most of all, Venus has been chosen and has graduated as a national writer in the discipline of ideas in applied social sciences. Congratulations. Kaya ang galing-galing ng mga ano natin, no? The demonstration simply gives us an idea that our teachers from that of the first session, the demonstration to the rest back to the return demo and all, it's a manifestation that we can really do something. And our teachers, particularly from I Love Carmen, are very competent, very diligent, and they have the endurance of doing something for our learners. So congratulations, amazingly beautiful. Now, our school heads have said good points, and there are also things that need to be improved. Well, for me, especially on the last part where there was the student Lizel, I was actually following the demonstration who left out from the LMS, and that was actually beyond the control of the teacher. So very natural yung mga scenario. No, we could really see something which is in reality these are untoward incidents that we cannot really control, natural occurrences. But as teachers, definitely we have to be flexible. We need to adapt, and we, of course, have the system as well. Just like in our learning management system, it's a software application, so teachers as well would have the system, the proper management in dealing with the human beings, the learners, not just in the software, but we should not, of course, negate the fact that although we are working now in the system, we are still dealing with human beings, our learners, the reasons why we choose in this profession, in this noble professions. Congratulations! Ang galing talaga ng taga Carmen. I love Carmen more. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. I love Carmen. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Lordilin Buyo, Sir Abelardo Cardinal, and Dr. Grace Santa Daclan for being with us. And thank you also for all your comments and suggestion. I know hindi lang yung mga tatlong simulators yung nagti-take in, but also yung mga nanunood din ngayon na mga senior high school teachers. So before you will leave, do you have any, do you want something to kanang meron po ba kayong gustong i-greet or announcement before you will leave po? Or wala na? Okay na po?
Laban lang po.
Oh, laban lang po. Okay, sige. So thank you so much and God bless you all.
God bless Carmen.
God bless Carmen. Okay, so that was our three selected school heads who answered my question. And Dr. Lordilin Buyo, Mr. Abelardo Cardinal, and also Dr. Grace Daclan, our education program supervisor. So I guess that's all for this morning. Let me remind you, our Katami senior high school teachers, please don't forget to have your evaluation link. May I ask Sir Mikey, kung nandito po ba, kung papasok po ba si Sir Noli or hindi na. I guess wala. Hindi na papasok si Sir Noli, no? So, please do have your evaluation link for this day. So, don't forget. And later, meron po tayong session later in the afternoon. It's not a breakout session. It's a plenary. Kasama na yung mga teachers from elementary at junior high, because we're going to listen different series of talks regarding different issues in about COVID-19. So, please do subscribe or enter the YouTube link. Sir Mikey, do you have any, or controller? Do we have already the link for this afternoon? Can you please show it on screen? So, abang lang po tayo later after lunch. Maybe some of your co-workers or co-teachers will send you the link. So, that's all, and God bless everyone. I hope you learned a lot from our simulators for this morning. And I will end this live stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.